welcome to this particular episode of Tea Time, where we are looking all about the digestive system. We'll be working with castor oil. Karen has so many things to share with us about castor oil, as well as our sweet orange oil, our sweet marjoram, and our black pepper. And it's going to be a really great way to approach getting that gentle movement flowing. So again, wherever you're watching from, put in your favorite emoji, where you're tuning in from, and we love to connect with you.
So the recipe today, you can download it right below us or right beside us. There's a download for all of the tea time recipes and for today's tea time recipe as well. So we're going to use 1 ounce of castor oil. We're going to use 6 drops of our sweet marjoram, 5 drops of our black pepper, and 4 drops of our sweet orange.
I love it. And I'm going to just put these in different, there we go.
The other thing that we're using today is a cotton flannel. Now, I just went to my natural goods store or a health food store, and they usually have these flannel packs. So this is the organic cotton flannel, which I really like to use organic cotton when I'm putting it on myself, because we are putting on castor oil and oils that is absorbing into our gut area. So we want to support it in any way that we can. And this, let me just show it to you, is perfect for our needs. And what I typically do is it comes like this. I will fold it in half like that. And then we were going to put our castor oil and oils on top of this. So we'll describe this as we go through. So Jenny's going to help us. We have a bowl. We're going to put 1 ounce of castor oil in, and she's just going to eyeball it. This is an 8-ounce castor oil. So she's just going to put in about 1/2 inch of that into our bowl.
I sure am.
Then we have our nifty little glass stir rod so we can stir up our essential oils into it.
All right.
So this recipe, as we go through, I'm going to tell you about the castor oil. So castor oil is remarkable, and go ahead and pour that in. It's very thick, as you can see as she's pouring it in. We want to get plenty in there, a whole ounce. We could have actually put the weight scales underneath this and weighed it out as well.
Just eyeballing it.
So you saw how thick that was.
So thick.
So thick, and we use this a lot with digestive issues because there are some researched information on castor oil that shows that it can actually soak down in through all the tissues 3 inches. Tissues. 3 inches. I mean, that's remarkable, isn't it?
It's so remarkable.
So I find myself not using castor oil a lot because it is so thick and it is so viscous. But for this purpose, it's so perfect. It targets inflammation, which a lot of us might experience in our guts. It helps to get things moving. So a lot of us have heard, when we were kids, our grandmothers would say, take the castor oil. This is all external. Fortunately, my grandmother never did that, or my mother, but I've heard a lot of stories about children having to take castor oil to get things moving.
Your mother is my grandmother, and I never got that either.
Thank goodness for that. So now, castor oil does have a little ingredient in it as a natural toxin in the castor bean. It's called ricin, R-I-C-I-N, and it doesn't come through the cold process, so you're not getting that toxic substance that is in the castor bean in the castor oil. All right, so into this, we're going to be adding our black pepper. Let me get back to our recipe. So it is 5 drops of black pepper.
Black pepper has such a personality. It's just like you'd think, just a vibrant black pepper.
That's right. It's kind of a fresh, dry, which is the opposite of sweet, is dry. Kind of a spicy, woody. It's very warming. So we used to think it was really harsh on your skin, but it really isn't harsh on your skin as long as you use it in a good dilution. And we like to use a 1% of black pepper, which is about 5 to 6 drops in a blend.
Yep.
In a 1 ounce blend.
Yep.
All right, so it helps to release that blocked energy. And lots of times when we have constipation issues, that's tightness, right?
Yes.
You're tight. Your stomach doesn't feel good. It hurts. And remember when you travel or when a stressful situation comes, the first thing that goes is normal elimination.
Totally.
Most of us, when we travel, unfortunately experience constipation because we're worried we're going to miss our flight. We've got to get there on time. This person beside me is coughing. Oh no, the line's too long. I'm going to miss my next flight. And suddenly we're tight. Everything is tight. And these 3 oils, not only do they target the digestive system, but they also target relaxing our emotions, relaxing us so that our body can flow as it was meant to flow.
Right. So often when something like that happens, it's because we're also going through emotional distress.
That's right. So taking this blend with you when you're traveling is an excellent idea, whether you're traveling by car or whether you're traveling, by plane or however you're traveling. So black pepper is a digestive stimulant. So it's also helping our digestion to move as it should be. It's really good at reducing nausea and vomiting, which we might also experience. These 3 oils, we're doing a castor oil pack, but it's excellent for an inhaler as well to keep in your pocket while you're traveling, especially if you are feeling a little bit nauseated. 6 drops of sweet marjoram. We'll put that right into our castor oil. And as Jenny's doing that, sweet marjoram also supports self-care. It helps us to sleep a lot better. It's very calming and comforting, and it's also warming. So these oils that we're putting in here are all warming in one degree or another. That warms our digestive area up, warms the belly up, and helps to relax so we can get things moving. It's an amazing antispasmodic as well. So great for digestion, constipation, especially with that tightness and cramping.
Yes.
So it has kind of a typical herbal
It's so
aroma.
nice. I was just really breathing it in deeply. I must need it today.
It is a bit camphorous. It smells like camphor, a little bit woody, some spicy notes in there. It's a beautiful oil.
Also sweet. I'm getting some sweet.
Get some sweet
From
herbaceous
sweet marjoram.
aroma in there. So this is one that you can tuck in at bedtime as well. You can tuck it in. It goes well with our Roman chamomile that we've talked about. All right, and our last oil, we're going to put in 4 drops of our sweet orange. And we've talked a lot about sweet orange because it has a whole lot of benefit for us in a lot of different areas. So constipation, sweet orange is one of my #1 digestive oils. I almost put it in every single one of my digestive blends because it works so well at just calming everything down, including nausea and vomiting. So now we're going to use our glass stir rod and stir this up.
It's nice and thick, but I want to stir it up to get all those oils in there. Wow, that is just a gorgeous blend.
This is also really great for irritable bowel syndrome. Anything that has to do with trying to relax and let the body work as it's intended to work, this works well. So we take our flannel, and there's different ways to do this. You can take your blend and pour it right on the flannel, or what I like to do is I kind of fold it up like this into thirds so that the part in the middle I'm going to put right into this bowl, and I'm going to soak that castor oil as much as it can take right over that area, and then I'm going to gently unfold this. I usually put it in 2s, so let's keep it into halves here, and I'm going to make sure I get just wipe up all of that castor oil.
Isn't that cool?
And you'll have something like this. Now this, you're going to put directly on your belly. What I like to do is, because sometimes that can drip out, I like to put a towel underneath me, lay on my bed, put this right over the belly. And I've done this a lot to help with inflammation issues. Put it over the belly. And then if you really want this to work well, put a piece of plastic like a saran wrap over the top, and then put a heating pad over the top of that and let that heat work to help get that this blend right down into the belly. And then for about 15, 20 minutes, even 30 minutes, if you have the time to do 30 minutes, just lay there and relax and let it do its thing, and you're going to feel like $1,000,000 when you're done.
Ooh, it sounds really nice.
You can keep this, okay? So you fold it back up. Fold this up. It'll all be absorbed into your belly. You'll fold this back up so that the oil is on the inside, and you'll put it back in your bag so that you can use it over and over again. At some point, your castor oil is going to go rancid. You'll have to get a brand new flannel, but you can use this several times.
And you'll be able to tell that aromatically. You'll be able
Yes.
to be like,
You
oh,
can
I need a new one.
That's right. As soon as you smell it, you're like, oh, this went
Okay.
off. Like olive oil goes off. That's exactly what it smells like when castor oil goes off. If you're having constipation issues, using these essential oils with this just helps things to just flow, unclench, so that things can move as they're supposed to. And of course, there's a lot of things that cause constipation. We're coming at it from the angle of working with your emotions, but there's also other things that you all know. Drink more water, eat more fiber, get more exercise, As we say, just move it. If you move it, your body will move it, right?
And if this is all piquing your interest and you are becoming intrigued and you want to learn more, you definitely want to check out our online courses, specifically our certification program over at aromahead.com.
We get into a lot of content there.
A lot of really in-depth content looking at the science and how to apply that. And it's well worth the investment to do that.
So you don't have to have a flannel cloth. The purpose of the flannel cloth is it helps keep the heat in. It helps to give you a longer span where you can have that heat directly on whatever area. And in this case, it is our belly area to help with whatever issue, constipation, inflammation, some nausea.
So right below where you're watching some important ways to keep connected, we have a PDF of recipes for this particular theme, which is all about supporting the digestive system, as well as that link to the workshop we're doing on 5 essential oils to support happy belly movement. All right, this has been lovely, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.